Hello, everybody. I just want to make a few quick announcements between big episodes. So, the first is that we're running a survey. So, every so often, I run a survey just to get a sense of what my audience is like, what they want. The survey is at bit.ly/AXRP survey 2023. That's bit.ly/AXRP survey 2023. Link to that will be in the description. It's a really short survey. There are 3 multiple choice questions. Then like some optional stuff, which you can, include if you want. You don't have to. But it basically gives me a sense of like, what you guys are like, where you are at in your careers, how you would like the podcast to be better, that kind of thing. So really useful for me if you could fill that out. It's very short. bit.ly/AXRP survey 2023. Link will be in the description. The second thing I wanted to say is about the AXRP store. So the AXRP store is at store.axrp.net. You can buy AXRP merchandise there. And basically, I'll be shutting the store down. So unfortunately, there just haven't been that much sales, to be frank, and it costs some money to have the store be open. And so it's currently not worth it for me. So there's a final 1-week period where you can buy AXRP merchandise. So if you want a t-shirt, if you want a sweater, if you want laptop stickers, you can also get like jigsaw puzzles, Christmas ornaments, or our favorite, the costly signaling socks. You can get that, but you have 1 more week to buy that stuff. So if you're interested, you should definitely do that soon. You can do it at store.axrp.net. Finally, if you're otherwise interested in supporting the podcast, there are other ways you can do it. So the main way that people choose to do it is via Patreon. So that's patreon.com/AXRpodcast. I think you can give as little as $5 a month, but there are potentially interesting benefits at higher levels. So $20 a month. When I upload an episode, you'll be able to see the notes of like all the questions I had for this person. And usually, I don't know, there's some questions that I didn't get to. You might find it interesting to see those. Even more exciting, at $50 a month, basically, at the end of each episode, I thank some Patreons. And my rule for doing that is I look at my list of $50 per month patrons, and I pick 3 of those people, and I thank them. But if you listen to the end of the episodes, you'll notice that I'm only currently thanking 2 people, because there's only 2 people at that level. So what that means is, if you also, go to the $50 a month level, and nobody else does, you're going to get your name thanked at the end of every AXRP episode until, someone else, gets to that level. And then, you'll still be in most of them. So, yeah, Patreon is one way you can give. So that's, a monthly recurring thing. If you just want to make, a one-off donation, you can do that at Ko-Fi. So that's ko-fi.com/AXRpodcast. And, yeah, that's if you want to just give a one-off tip. And I guess I should say whenever I advertise the Patreon or the Ko-Fi, the main material for AXRP, the interview transcripts, the interviews, they're always going to be free. But basically, the Patreon and the Ko-Fi, they give me a sense of am I doing something that's actually valuable for people? And the more people who basically give me this financial vote of confidence, that gives me a better sense of maybe it's worth spending time on this. So if you're interested in that, that's a thing you can do, but you definitely don't have to. So all those links will be in the description. Just to recap, there's a survey. It's really short. Gives me a sense of what you guys want, where you guys are at. It's bit.ly/AXRP survey 2023. The AXRP store is closing in 1 week, so get your orders in if you want any AXRP merchandise. That's at store.axrp.net. And then if you do want to support the podcast, you can do that via Patreon, patreon.com/AXRpodcast, or at Ko-Fi. So that's ko-fi.com/AXRpodcast. All right. Well, thanks for listening to this announcement, and in general, thanks for being a devoted listener to this podcast.